There are some rooms you can't just walk into, you have to be betrayed into. What do you do when the people you have trusted the most are the ones who hurt you the deepest? I'm not talking about strangers. I'm not talking about critics. I'm talking about those who are close to you, family, friends, people who knew your heart and still chose to wound it. Because betrayal, it doesn't just hurt your situation. How many know it messes with your identity? You begin to question you. It messes with your belief about what you believe about God. And what I found is most of us, we don't just feel betrayed, we respond to betrayal. We start shutting down, our hearts grow hardened, we get bitter. Pretty soon we're living very guarded instead of free. How can we remain blessed even though we've been betrayed and not get bitter? And so today I want to introduce you to the character we're looking at. His name is Joseph. So when Joseph came to his brothers, they took him and they threw him into a pit. They're selling him into slavery. And can you imagine the look on Joseph's face as he's riding off into the distance in some cage in shackles, and he's screaming out to his brothers, probably yelled out every single one of their names, like, please, please, come and get, what are you doing? They thought it was a prank at first. Surely they're not gonna go through with this. You know what it's like when you're first betrayed. You literally cannot even believe it's happening. But how many know the greatest pain in your life often comes from those who are closest to your calling? Look at Judas and Jesus. Betrayal doesn't come from across the street, it comes from across your table. It doesn't come from outsiders, it comes from insiders. And then he's betrayed again. Joseph does the right thing and still goes to prison. Genesis 41 opens up with some weird dreams that Pharaoh has. And the next morning he calls all the magicians in, all the wise men, and he was like, hey guys, interpret the dream. And none of them could do it. And then the cupbearer, remember the cupbearer? The cupbearer's there, he's pouring some juice, and all of a sudden he's like, oh yeah, there was this guy back in the pen with me. He interpreted dreams. We should get him. They bring him before Pharaoh. Pharaoh says, I heard you can interpret dreams. He says, I can't, but God can. Here's what your dreams mean. Egypt is about to have 7 years of abundance, followed by 7 years of a famine. Pharaoh elevates him to be second in command of the entire nation. Can I tell somebody, delay is not denial with God, it's development. There is no way that Joseph ever could have come to this position on his own. There are some rooms you can't just walk into, you have to be betrayed into. Some doors open with favor, and some doors open with betrayal. The only reason Joseph is here is because his brothers betrayed him way back there. You've heard of 20/20 vision? Let me give you 50/20 vision. Genesis 50 verse 20, he said, you intended to harm me? Somebody say, but God. But God intended it for good, to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives.